Why did you do this?
I did not do it, but
Oh, you want a jury trial?
no, I mean,
Because it's
As
saying
far
he
as I'm
has bruises
concerned,
on his body. It's saying he has bruises on his body.
yes, ma'am, I understand that. That's what I was told, but he didn't have bruises when he left my house, but taking it because I just do not want to be in Bear County anymore because apparently toilet paper is contraband.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you hitting your stepson.
I
Did
did
you
not.
hit your have you ever hit your biological son with a
I don't
belt?
believe.
All right, court is calling 2021 CR 6673, State of Texas versus Jaime Pena. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Mitchell for the state.
Jerry
Defense,
Kagan on behalf of Mr. Pena.
are you Mr. Pena?
Yes,
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. All right, just 1 second. There is an application for probation, correct?
Yes, Judge.
To the clerks, do y'all have his application? Oh, no problem. It's not in here. But you filed an application for community supervision?
Yes, Judge.
All right, you understand, or is he just applying for community supervision or is he applying for deferred as well?
It is for regular.
And it's for regular community supervision. All right, did you understand the application for community supervision? Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm showing you what's entitled. Oh, where is it? Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We'll waive it.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of injury to a child, intentionally or knowingly bodily injury as a third-degree felony? The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He most certainly has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes to both.
Mr. Pena, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. State recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, no contact with Charles Tompkins and Wendy Kennedy. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Judge, 5 years probated for a period of 3 years.
No, the 3 years length is not a part of your plea bargain agreement. That's just a recommendation. So with regards to what I just read, counsel, did you understand that to be the plea?
I guess I'm gonna have to go back and renegotiate that with the prosecutor.
All right. Well, I can tell you all this. You all cannot agree to the length of time he receives for probation. That's in my purview. So you all cannot agree to how long he's going to be on probation.
Well,
So if you
I
all
was,
want to.
given different information by the other prosecutor, so.
No,
guess
I mean,
we
it says
guess
it.
we have some straightening out to do.
Yeah, no, it says it clearly in the line. It says, no, the parties are not allowed to make binding agreements regarding the length of community supervision or the terms and condition of community supervisions, which are totally dependent upon the court's discretion. So that's why it's below the line. But if you all want to talk about it, you can.
Let's do that.
All right. All right, we're back on the record in 2021 CR 6673. All right, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 4 years. The state recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. No contact with Charles Tompkins and Wendy Kennedy. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
It is, Judge.
State?
Yes.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor, are there any such motions?
No,
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be the BIPP course and parenting classes. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state? And the court does not have to follow those recommendations.
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State any evidence?
Honor, we have the state's exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
I've reviewed those documents with my client. We have no objections.
Showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court is going to find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We could, Judge.
Why did you do this?
I did not do it, but
Oh, you want a jury trial?
no, I mean,
Because it's saying
far
he
as I'm
has bruises
concerned,
on his body. It's saying he has bruises on his body.
yes, ma'am, understand that. That's what I was told, but he didn't have bruises when he left my house, but taking it because I just do not want to be in Bear County anymore because apparently toilet paper is contraband.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you hitting your stepson.
I
Did you
not.
hit your biological, have you ever hit your biological son with a
I don't
belt?
believe in capital punishment.
Well, no, this is not capital punishment. It's corporal punishment.
Spanking or corporal punishment at all,
Mhm.
but.
So you're
I
saying
have-
he's making up the fact that you hit him. The officers are making up the fact that he had bruises on his back and his thighs. And he's making up the fact that you then made him copy a dictionary,
Yes,
3 pages of the
that I did.
dictionary.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
He did copy dictionary.
All right, anything else from either side?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There is going to be an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Wendy Kennedy and Charles Tompkins, THOMPKINS, the BIPP program, CPS compliance, if applicable, parenting classes with triple P, 100 hours of community service restitution, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors until completion of parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, field visits, one time every 3 months. I want it random until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Judge.
Anything else you need from the court?
Oh, what do I have to say parenting classes while my children are grown?
My understanding is that you have a stepson and then you're with, according to this report, you're with someone else who has children. That's what this police report says.
No,
So you're saying you don't have any underage children?
no, ma'am.
And the child in this case is not underage?
Well, yes. but I'm
Okay,
not
then
with
you need
her.
parenting classes because there are plenty of women out there who will see you as a great catch and allow you around their children.
Okay, I understand.
All right. And 120 days in the Bear County Jail as a condition. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. And also because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
And Judge, on that 120 days credit for time served?
No.
Your Honor, the mother of the victim in this case provided us with a statement. She would
All
like
right.
to read.
You made it good.
The violence that took place against Charles changed our lives forever. I admit you were a father figure to him, his father's best friend, and on that day you stole so much from him. It took a year for him to not have a nightmare every night, 4 months to physically heal from the bruises, and he still has not recovered from it mentally. You said you loved him and that you would protect him no matter what, and instead, the rage and abuse bestowed on him shows that you are the person he should have been protected from. Charles looked up to you and loved you since you were around so much after his father, your best friend, passed away in 2016. He barely has memories of his father, and it breaks my heart that all the good memories he has from you are now destroyed by your abusive behavior that day. Not to mention how you traumatized Archer, who was only 3 at the time. He still remembers and talks about it. It also took almost a year for him to stop having nightmares, waking up screaming and crying, and checking on his brother to make sure he was okay. Your actions tore your family apart, and you need to accept and take responsibility. Even though you know you did this, right after you harassed me, spammed my cell phone number out on the web so that people would call me and text me for sex and try to justify all your actions. You need help, and I pray that you will get help. The torture you bestowed on us, no human should ever have to live with and go through. I will keep you in my prayers that you will accept and admit everything that you did and not make excuses so that you can heal from this and move on with your life.
All right, the parties on